Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PanelCast. I am your
Hello.
host, AJ, and with me this week we have Joel from Fictional Studios, Joey from the pit of my ass, and Freddie
Studios.
Yeah, studios.
from Walmart.
Just the respect that we deserve.
And we welcome you to Forbidden Panel.
Howdy, howdy.
In this episode, this is our 289th episode.
Yes.
And this is our first live broadcast coming to you for the new year of 2026. Guys, how was your holidays?
Great, and also glad it's over.
Same. It gets really busy. It gets
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was nice. The holiday, like Christmas, and was very nice. So, and the rest I could do. I don't know. It was fine.
At this point,
I worked through it. So,
yeah, I think we're all at an age where either we're working or we're just too old to travel to anybody's house for holidays anymore.
Or in August, we're already looking at Christmas and being like, dude, I'm already feeling the brokenness of December in August. But like a
Right.
steamroller, it just comes. You can't.
Well, let me ask you this: how many of you actually celebrated Christmas with family on Christmas Day?
That you don't live with?
I mean, I went
Yeah.
to family's house. I mean, family by relationship. And so it was, I still got to enjoy. I mean, it's all bonus for me, man. I grew up Jewish, so Christmas to me is extra fluff, And also, again, I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this in the past, but my mom had to talk with me about not blowing Santa Claus's situation to Christian kids because I was like already like Santa Claus, yet no, man, not possible. So. But it's a good time. It's a good time. Pajamas, food,
I just
people.
mean like myself. We celebrated Christmas on the 21st.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because the family is so busy, and with traveling being what it is right now, that the 21st was the only free day that all of us could get together and celebrate the holiday. So on actual Christmas Day, it was just me and my wife. We went and saw a movie, and we had Chinese food. It was great.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. I mean, the theaters were probably empty, right? Or no?
It was nobody there at all.
Yeah.
I used to love going to the movies on Christmas Day. It used to be.
I remember we used to all go as a group. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, since I was little, a kid, I've been going. It used to be a thing.
Yeah.
I have to split Christmases now, though, so it takes up the whole day. It takes up a lot of the day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're doing a family thing at anybody's house, it's the full shebang, and
it is. I come out, because I come from Southern California. I mean, I guess you all come from Southern California. I say that's nice, but like my family it is too, and I go see, so I have family to go see, the cousins, and aunts and uncles and things. Yeah.
And even when I was in Texas, where my family is, we usually don't celebrate all together on the same day. I either go a few days before or a few days after and just spend time with them prior to that or during that time. And of course, not during New Year's, but since they're all over there, the only people I have are like y'all, but we also always usually do our own things at home. We're not one of those celebratory people.
I mean, I think as long as you're with people you like to be around, that's really, I mean, the extra stuff is cool. I mean, I enjoy if I can to get something for somebody, if I get something cool, but I just want to make sure like I'm hanging out with cool people, you know what I mean? And we're having a good time.
I'm sure it must have been twice as hard for you guys at your house this year. Freddie.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was no setup with nothing.
Well, having lost Richard, and this year and being the first Christmas without him.
Yeah, like he's from living with him. Richard always spruced up the house for Christmas.
Yeah,
we just couldn't get ourselves to do that. So probably not going to either next year or so, but we'll see how that happens.
I mean, I hope that the thing is, I know that it's definitely hard to not have somebody who you should have had during a holiday, but You know, the only way you can even turn it around is you got to try to make the time. Like, you know, the three of you that were there, you know, you still try to make it quality with them. And I know you said you don't want to decorate the house next year, but in homage or to keep the ghost of Richard from haunting you, you may want to put up some decorations.
Don't fart in your bed, dude. You know Richard.
I'm just saying, like, I swear I've purposely wanted to do things and have done things on purpose, I think, to piss him off, just hoping that I could get a little haunting. You know what I mean? If that's how I can, you know, have it, I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My light bill can take some on-off bullshit.
Be careful what you reach for.
All my dishes are pretty much plastic, so you can throw them around if he wants to.
Right.
He'll just
Ours
knock
are
all my
paper,
figures down.
yeah.
Richard would just run his ghost hand across all these G.I. Joes behind me and just knock them all down. I'd be like, mother. Ugh. All right, well,
By
good
the time
to
he
see you.
showed up.
Yeah.
He would just leave his hair across my keyboard. He knows that pisses me off.
We're still finding hairs, even after cleaning everything. I'm like, what the hell? So I think we are still being haunted by him, but
Yes.
In one way or another.
One way or another, bastard. Anyway, so in this episode, what we wanted to do, since this is our first live episode since the year, I almost said the year passed, like it died.
I mean, 2025, yeah.
We just started.
And we are doing the autopsy even now. But
Oh.
since the start of 2026, this is our first live broadcast. So what we wanted to do, one of the websites out there is called Dark Horizons. They were nice enough to put together a list of about 50 or so of the most anticipated TV shows that are coming out in this upcoming year.
Yeah.
The guys and I decided to get together, and we decided to go through the list, choose our top fives, and discuss them here on our show. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with that. We wanted to just like see what's like the shows that we're excited to talk about, the shows we want everybody to share with us, and then what we want to review here on the show, and what we're just thinking is going to be crap.
Can I say one thing to open it?
Sure.
The best problem we're going to have in 2026 is honestly, there is an abundance of actually promising things where it was very difficult to pick 5. It was difficult to pick 10. And there was stuff that wasn't even on that list that I want to watch. So, but I mean, what a wonderful problem to have more. You know, we've had years in our life. I'm sure you could think of some times when there wasn't coming out that year.
Right.
You know, so
that's why I was so grateful when I saw this list. I thought, man, if we had a list like this at the beginning of every year, we can pretty much map out our year.
There was nothing on the list that I thought was a hard no. Like, there was nothing that I was just like, absolutely no way. Like, nothing was a hard no. We had to choose, you know.
Well, let's get who wants to start off with their list? I say Joey, since he had the most complicated list of all of us out there.
Oh, yeah. He'll never get through it.
I know. Joey, out of the 50 movies, what were your top 5? Or 50 TV shows, sorry.
50 TV shows, yeah. Well, number 1, without any question, is Neuromancer. It takes up the top 3 spots of this entire list for me. In fact, no, I grew up loving this book. It meant a lot to me. It means a lot to the genre. You know, all the genres. I want to see it done right, even though we've seen it milked now for all it's worth. You know, we've seen all of the children of this thing. I want to see the thing, you know, made real.
I mean, we saw kind of like a side trip into it with Johnny Mnemonic.
I suppose. I mean, there's been a lot of cyberpunk, including the game and stuff.
Well, I mean, as far as like the actual characters being in there.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. You do. There was Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah, we saw some of those characters in Johnny Mnemonic that we'll see in Neuromancer. Whether their likeness will be there.
Yeah, but that movie was just okay. It had a lot to love, and it managed to just still be okay. I'm hoping for more. I'm hoping for it to be taken seriously, like a seriously heist TV show, and Apple's doing it, so I think they're going to take it seriously. I hope they
Do
put
you
some
have a description
visuals.
of the show? What it's going to be about?
It is, well, I mean, again, it's a cyberpunk story about a hacker called Case who gets embroiled in a heist that incorporates all kinds of things. That I would spoil it if I started naming them off, but well, let's just say evil corporations and AIs and things and all kinds of stuff that sound like very much like the world we live in now. But this was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was very prescient. We're not quite there, but we are already there. And I want to see how they show how different it is, if it's different.
I just want to see if they can get the sprawl right. Like, just give me the sprawl right.
It's a lot to do. It's a lot to present because every image you see outside of a room, in a hall, in an alleyway above the city is going to take a lot of man hours to create, either visually. So
they shot it in Japan. So I feel like they're going to have a lot of the work done for them there. They're going to do a lot of sign replacements, but signs are already there. The lighting's already there. The architecture for it's
background, everything's already there for it. Built-in architecture for them.
Yeah.
And if you think about what it has to contend with, like, we're going to expect it to look pretty perfect. Look how perfect Blade Runner still holds up. After all these years, you can watch those city scenes and you're like, that still looks good.
And to me, it needs to be better than Blade Runner.
Yeah,
it does. It needs to be exquisite.
But we'll see.
Like, serious.
It has big shoes to fill, obviously, with me.
Yeah.
But I keep my expectations
for this too is impressive. The cast list: Max Irons and Peter Sarsgaard, especially, and Dane DeHaan. I'm excited for it.
Well, we should see this trailer.
We don't have a trailer.
Oh, we don't have a trailer.
No.
No.
They have no media for any of the stuff that you guys listed me. I'm sorry. There's no trailers or anything.
Oh, wow.
Except for one, and that's already out. The entire show is already out. So I can't show that media right now because it'll be copyright.
Oh, okay. There's two things on that list that I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to say, I guess.
Yeah. So that's only 3 things on your list, Joey. What are the other 2?
Crystal Lake is obviously, I'm such a Friday the 13th stan. I'm so dumb about that franchise that they would put out anything and I'll watch it. They would put out a Saturday morning cartoon about Jason. I would probably watch it. Of course I would watch it. That would be rad. But you get the idea.
Right.
I want to see what they do with it. And it has Linda Cardellini.
Yeah.
And I think she's playing Mrs. Voorhees, and I love her. And so that's a great, interesting choice. I wasn't sure I needed to see what this show is going to show, but I'll keep an open mind. And I think who's involved with this? Who's the showrunner? Is it Fuller still, or did he get fired from it?
It says Brad Caleb Kane.
I didn't see his name when I was looking. Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember Brian Fuller being involved for a while about this. So I'm curious.
Well, it wrapped back in October, so
yeah.
That'd be awesome too.
For this year and last year and a little bit for the year prior, there has been a lot of times I was nervous because there's been a lot of older things redone or added to. It's been prequel city the last 2 years, but where I can't complain is of years past, we got a lot of redos of a lot of things we love that were trash. But so far, I've been surprised at everything that they've been bringing back has been having better production, real names, and maybe they realized, okay, people want this, but we got to do it. We got to do it all the way. So, yeah. Because there was a bunch of them on the list. Not a bunch, but there was definitely a good handful of things that are going to be being done again. This year.
If that wraps up your list, then Joey, then why don't we go ahead and get started with your list, Joel?
Well,
With your top 5.
I'll run it out of order, but like you're talking about, like Crystal Lake, we're talking about Carrie, and that's gonna have a pretty wicked cast and coming from the same home as a lot of other great shows. Help me out, my brain's failing. He did, Hill House, Fall of the House of Usher.
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, Flanagan's going to be working on that. So, again, did I think I needed to see another Carrie? No, but I will now. And I'm
now
sure
this is a mini series that's going to be showing her high school years from the time that she gets entered into school to the time that she goes to prom. So it's the first time we're going to see outside of a movie format and instead see it in a TV shows format. So whether that helps the story or not, who knows? But it's just been, for me personally, it's been redone so many times.
Yeah,
I'm just not looking forward to it.
To be fair,
I wasn't, except I put it on the list because I'm literally just looking at a person's resume of what he's done, and I'm going to say, okay, almost kind of like what you're saying about Crystal Lake, where I'm like, okay, we didn't need more, but my interest is piqued because of who's working on it.
Absolutely.
Seven Dials is actually on my list because I think without Agatha Christie, the amount of like murder mystery we would have in film and movies would be 50% less. There's been
the first 2 episodes of that show dropped tonight.
Okay, well then I need to work on it. And again, I hope that they really do a good job. I've seen a lot of bad Agatha Christie, and I've seen some really good stuff, and I've seen tons of stories that never said that it was Agatha Christie, but the stories follow it almost, move for move. So I put, because I dived into Neuromancer even more after you guys were talking about it, because I knew some, but not enough. And the more I was digging around, the more you 100% sold me. So it was in my list of 5 as well. You pushed it hard, like when cocaine wasn't good enough, it got pushed like crack in New York in the 80s. You guys were pushing it hard, but I am excited to hopefully see what maybe not to the same extent, because I know the story means a whole lot to you, especially for how old the actual book is, or the books, right? There's more than one, correct?
Yeah, there's 3 of them, but the Neuromancer is just the first one. Yeah.
Okay. And then
I doubt they'll do anything else with the other 2, but
what's that?
I doubt they'll do anything else with the other 2, but we'll see.
We'll see. There's
it depends on how strong they make the characters, because one of them is based on one of the characters, right?
There's a lot of ideas in there that are very relevant, like the virtual pop star. There, I think it's Adoru is the one that has the virtual pop star, and it's a whole. It's so completely relevant to the age of AI. We lost Joel.
Yes.
You didn't lose me. I was trying to remember my own freaking list.
I'll tell you,
the next one on your list is Blade Runner 2099.
Yeah, that was Blade Runner 2099, and then The Burrows.
And then all jokes aside, Lanterns is also probably the other most wanted one.
The Burrows is one of those that's on my list as well.
Which one was that?
The 8-episode sci-fi drama set in New Mexico retirement community, with a diverse group of unlikely residents must unite against otherworldly threat that steals the one thing they don't have: time.
Yeah.
Bill Pullman, Gina Davis, Clark Peters, Alfred Molina, Alfred Woodard, Dennis O'Hare, Jenna Malone, and Carlos Miranda.
Wait,
yeah, the cast, the story.
It's from the Duffer Brothers.
So there's a Burrows and there's a Burbs too.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, man. So see, there's so many things that are coming. Again, the Burbs, we're bringing that back. I didn't know I needed that. I was happy with the way it was, but again, there's good people involved. And, you know, I feel like when you see certain names on something, people that a lot of them don't need the money anymore. I feel like they do projects because they like it. It tends to draw me in a little bit more because I'm thinking if they read the script and they want to put their name on it and they don't even need to work, it gives me good hope that, you know, they peeled over and they're like, I just want to do that. So again, the list was hard. Yeah. I want to know what's going on with the Burbs.
That's why I gave it to you guys a couple weeks ago. I was like, this is going to take a minute to go through.
It was.
I got a lot on mine.
And I went through my list, but I forgot to write it down the first time. So I was like, let me redo this list.
I changed my list multiple times. And honestly, even my final list, I still was like, not even. And I'm like, but what about, right. Wait, but, you know.
We're going to have to at least mention this, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're probably end up mentioning everything on this list at this point because it all sounds pretty good.
Speaking of, was that your 5? That's your 5, right, Joel?
Well, I didn't say the Blade Runner, the 2099, which again, the cast is looking interesting to me. I didn't particularly think. I didn't know that I needed more Blade Runner. I love Blade Runner, but I'm always worried that, you know, are we gonna push this too far? But, you know, Michelle Yeoh is gonna be in it. It is gonna be. Again, just like you're hoping for Neuromancer, it better look good. It better look good.
Yep.
And so the bar is high. But if they give it to us,
they better borrow set pieces.
I mean, you know, it's again, these bars are set really high. So all these projects that are coming out, if everybody doesn't bring their A+++ game, they're screwed because there's so much money and time putting into everything now with all this streaming. I mean, man, you know, it's crazy. And what is primetime anymore? Primetime doesn't matter anymore either, right? Because people watch when they watch. So that whole 6 to 9 or whatever block that used to be a big deal, nobody has to fight for that.
No, they don't even know. There's no set time for family dynamic either. So there's no way to judge that because everybody's watching on their own streaming devices.
Yep.
You know,
whether it's their phone or tablets.
Can I say one? Can I say one more that didn't make it on the list, but I just visually want to see it, even though I'm not expecting much from it? Spider Noir.
That was on the list.
Yeah.
No, what I'm meaning is it's not on my 5 list.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was like,
I just know it was on the list. I mean, there's other things on there. There's supposed to be a Punisher special. I'm a huge Punisher fan, but I just have kind of stopped expecting. You got to understand, being a Punisher fan is being like a Raiders fan. Like, it's hard.
My list.
It's hard. You know. So,
all right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good as listening.
Yeah, because you're going to mention my whole list before I get to it. I do have the Punisher on my list, mostly because, you know, Richard loved the Punisher. So
me too.
That's one of the reasons. I figure everybody here might. So that's definitely going to be on my list. I haven't watched the previous movie. I do know that, what was his name? John Bernthal. They're pricing his role as Frank Castle. So it's supposed to take place between, when was it? Daredevil Born Again and the upcoming Spider-Man Brand New Day. So while I never keep up with the Marvel movies in terms of order, like originally that's how I ended up watching the Spider-Man movies. I didn't know I had to watch the other Marvel movies in order to keep an order and storyline straight. Which I'm just gonna do with this. I haven't watched the other Punisher. I might just ahead of the time so I can catch up on that story itself. But I'm just gonna watch it just to watch and enjoy it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I don't care. This is just an honorary one.
But there's one thing that has been lacking for me, not acting, not other stuff. Like, some of my favorite comics were the Punisher Warzone and the Punisher Armory, but specifically Punisher Armory. Like, the Punisher should be having grenades falling out of his socks, okay? He should be loaded with gear, just spilling out everywhere, and I have not been fed. That's my only gripe. So if it's really good, they just need to be. He's a human. Well, he doesn't have powers, so he's got to lay down. You know.
Yeah, I think that you're going to get it in the one shot because they've already done he's been captured and put on trial and he's been restrained and they've done all the now he's unleashed again. They really got it.
No, he's not going to be unleashed. They already reported that the Punisher that's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be a tamer one, and that this movie in between is going to be him taming down.
Oh God, it's even worse than we think.
So, because he can't be in a Spider-Man movie all that crazy, apparently.
Well, that's the whole point. Is that there's
like the 90s animated
Spider-Man.
It's like telling me Conan is going to start using a crossbow. Like, you can't.
And wearing shirts.
I mean, let's be honest. Remember in the 90s when they made a Conan cartoon? There was no super violence. They just had these weapons that just transfer the enemies back to their home world. So probably same concept, just, more modern day.
Am I going to watch it like you? Yes.
Yes.
Can I quietly, potentially cut my arm like in the Abyss under the table?
If you want to keep drawing, probably yes.
I mean, I'm like, I'm getting some depth, some underwater sickness. Like, oh, God, but I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it. So, anyway,
also on my list,
also
on my list was also Carrie. So, I've seen the first movie, didn't watch the second one, but it's been years. I might as well just restart with the series coming up.
There was a sequel. There was a remake. There was another remake, and then this is the third remake.
Oh, hey, then I just missed everything else in between. So, hey, it'll be a fresh start for me.
And there was a sequel to the second or third remake.
Yeah, one of the other remakes. Yeah,
you guys lost.
I can't remember all of them.
I got lost somewhere between them.
And one of them had Hit Girl. So there.
I think I knew about that one, but didn't watch it. So next on my list will be Young Sherlock, which is going to be on Amazon Prime.
Okay,
is this like that the 80s movie? Remember with the
that 80s movie is I still love that movie.
With the
River Phoenix,
Stained Glass Night.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That movie is still,
and I'm sorry, that's all I'll ever think about when you say Young Sherlock.
Yeah,
is River Phoenix in that scene? Like I think it was River Phoenix, but is that whole movie? That's just it.
Mine is also Young Sherlock, the animated series. Didn't watch it, but except for maybe an episode or two back in the 90s. But it's like, oh, well, hey, maybe I'll watch that now. But having directed the first two Sherlock Holmes films with Robert Downey Jr., filmmaker Guy Ritchie returns to the characters with his prequel to the Arthur Conan Doyle's story.
Okay.
Guy Ritchie is going to be involved in this, so maybe I'll watch it.
The beauty too of all this streaming situation is, hey, if they're going to be bringing shows and canceling shows, we have the ability to turn stuff on and watch it like a book. We can read chapter 1 and 2. If you don't hook me, we can move on. So, all these shows have that opportunity to snag us, and you never know what we'll be surprised by. There, I mean, again, that list seemed to have no full-on failure. It was all potential, or. Well,
like I said, this was that website's most anticipated TV shows.
Yeah.
So for them, it's their most anticipated. So it had to be good for them. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's not including all the bad shows that are coming out. That they
of course. Yeah.
And then I have two more on my list. I have Ellie. I forgot how to say her name, which is a prequel to Legally Blonde.
Okay.
Ella.
Elle, that's right. We're Mexican, so sometimes I just want to say like her. That's the name of the movie. The Legally Blonde prequel series sees Lexi Mindtree from the Murdaugh Mysteries take on Reese Witherspoon's iconic role of Ellie Woods while the character is still in high school. June Diane Raphael and Tom Everett Scott will play her parents, and also on board are Gabriel Policano, Chandler Kinney, Jacob Moskowitz, and James Vanderbeek. The show hails from Laura Kittrell's Insecure, who serves as showrunner. So, yeah, a prequel to Legally Blonde. I'd be interested in watching
James Vanderbeek?
The Beak.
Yeah.
Is it Vanderbeek?
As long as they really kill comedy. Like, to me, you can't take that serious. They need to just do comedy. And don't.
That's why I couldn't get into
really drama. If they're gonna get me to watch it, I gotta laugh.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't get into, what was it, Riverside? No, not Riverside. Riverdale. I'm like, why am I gonna watch a series Archie? Like that just doesn't seem entertaining. I would love to see a comedy version.
Is the Archie Undead series. I want that comic. That's the only one I want.
that show was pretty wild. They were all over the place. There was like time travel, and I mean, like, yeah,
Well,
all
so is the Archie comic when you think about it. So
yeah. So
Sure.
they were kind of more faithful than you might think, because man, they were just it was all over the place.
then they had a tie-in with Sabrina at one point,
Yeah, that one was interesting.
and yeah, all over the
Which
place.
I
It
guess
was good.
is a tenet too. You think about how many characters still survive after all these years. There's still love for them, or enough love for people to bring them.
Did we freeze or did he freeze?
He's freezing.
Yeah.
Seems that Joel's having technical difficulties again. We'll let him sit there because that is an adorable face to look at that he's making.
He's just thinking really hard how to about my list. But in the meantime, last on my list will be the war between the land and the sea, which excuse me, it's a Russell T. Davis delivers a new 5-episode Doctor Who spin-off series that tries to recapture the glory days of his Torchwood Children of the Earth event series. But sadly doesn't get there. According to the UK reviews, Russell Tovey, and I'm definitely going to butcher this name, Gugu.
Don't even bother.
Yeah. Led the series in which UNIT must take action to prevent a global war once the ancient aquatic species, the sea devils, come out from the sea and reveal themselves to humanity. This is one of the shows that was already aired in the UK, so it's not officially out here yet. But when it does come out, it's going to be on Disney. And I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I actually have not watched Torchwood. It's something I still need to watch. I just finished watching it last year up to I forgot her name.
Well, just saying her tells us automatically who
so the last Doctor before this newest one.
The female Doctor.
Yeah. I got to catch up on that one for the next series, but I do want to see the side series coming up. So that's one that really caught my interest when I saw that.
Cool. Now, like you said, it's already out. I've seen the trailers and I kind of have it. I just haven't watched it yet. But it will be on Disney. I think when did they say it? Was it December?
Yes. Let's see. It just says early next year, so maybe not.
So we'll see. When you see it up there, just give it a look and let us know what you guys think. Up next is my list. Yay.
What are you most excited for? Or do you want to go 5 to 1?
Look, I had 12 things on here, but I thought I'm going to wait till everybody goes through their list. And as they're going through, I'm just going to delete off of my list, and then we'll be good. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to talk about 9. I'm going to talk about 9. First off is Criminal. An adaptation from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips comics. The series follows multiple generations of criminal families and explores the murders that connect their past. Joey, did you read this series?
I have. I'm a huge fan of Criminal.
As am I. I've read the series. I think it's fantastic. Yeah. I think if reading who's starring in it, has got me excited. I think that if they do this right, it's going to be one of the best series that they have out on TV now.
They're going to have to do it like an anthology style, like a Fargo kind of thing.
Yeah.
To get it right. But yeah, that was one that I was also looking at with a big interest. Yeah.
I
wonder how they'll visually try and translate, if they'll try and visually translate the style at all of the book,
Yeah, like the watercolory, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be weird.
Such good artwork. Man.
Yeah. The next one on my list, I want to protest it, but at the same time I have to watch it, and that's Maul Shadow Lord.
I figured that'd be on your list.
Yeah.
It's starting with Maul's defeat at the hands of Ahsoka Tano in the final season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and dealing with events leading up to his final death in Star Wars Rebels. I want to boycott it because it's Sam Witwer doing the voice, and they didn't even bother to call in Ray
Parker.
Ray Parker to do any body work for it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm upset by it.
He might be too
And
old.
even to the point of where Sam Witwer was integral in writing some of the characters' movements and developments and back history, which Ray Park had a big hand in developing in the first movie. So, but at the same time, I love Darth Maul. You know, I don't watch the show.
It happens sometimes. There's always so many negatives, but there's something that's super positive that just makes you want to go, yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Or I'll play it.
So, I mean, I'm a geek. I'm going to watch it, but at the same time.
Don't you kind of already know what happened?
Yeah.
Don't we all for all these shows and movies?
That's true. Yes, that's true.
Me, not specifically. There's a lot I've never read or watched prior, but y'all keep talking about everything you guys already watched.
It's true.
Especially mentioning this next show that's on my list. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
I never read that. I gave up when I finished the main series. As got as far as it went. That was it for me. I never read any of the other stuff.
I never read it either, but the fact that it's a standalone, the fact that you don't need to know anything about anything, is what's really attracting me. You know, HBO handled the world great. They may not have handled all the stories the way we wanted to, but they handled the world great in building the world. And I think what we're going to see in this series is a lot of that. And it's going to be like, what was the Rogue One? It'll be the Rogue One to the Star Wars to this series. You know, not as far as quality goes, but I mean as far as storyline goes.
Yeah. Well, it's a little self-contained story. I mean, I know a little bit about it, you know, and it's going to be totally different than most of the, you know, the other two Game of Thrones properties. It's not supposed to be nearly as like grim. Not that it probably won't have some beheadings or something, but it's supposed to be, you know, a little different.
At the same time, it's more of a buddy comedy. You know, these two guys.
Yeah, it's supposed to be different. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you know, Wharton and what's his name learning off of each other, and he becomes, you know, they become little brothers and all this stuff. Anyway,
No.
like we all know what's going to happen, and I just want to watch the journey. You know what I mean? Like I need a feel-good story every now and then,
Exactly.
and this seems like a feel-good story. I'll probably be wrong. There'll probably be like ass raping and all kinds of nasty things that we don't want to see, but who knows? Man on Fire is the next one. I love the original movie that it was based off of. Denzel Washington killing everybody to Nine Inch Nails music.
I don't think that was the original. I think that was
it wasn't the original. Sorry, that was the remake. You're right.
Yeah.
But still, that one was awesome, and I think this one's going to be just as awesome. Yahya Abdul Mateen II is leading the cast in this one. It's based on the first two of the 5-book run, and it just says that he's an ex-Special Forces mercenary suffering from PTSD who sets out on a path to redemption. If you guys remember the movie, it was a feel-good story that ended in happiness.
Yay.
And rainbows of bloody and body parts.
Yeah.
I think I did watch Man on Fire before with Denzel, but I can't remember it honestly at the moment.
All I remember is the soundtrack, and Denzel walking down the bridge with everything on fire behind him.
Yeah, that's always memorable.
Right. Cape Fear looked like it was going to be good. Especially with Javier Bardem taking on the role of Max Cady.
Another third remake property. This is the third one they're trying. Yeah.
But it's going to be a good one. I don't know, but we'll see. And it's on Apple TV. They're putting out some good stuff lately.
Well, it's on their top list, hopefully.
So there's that one. Nemesis, which is based off of a comic book series by Mark Millar. That one's coming out soon. There's not a lot. Sorry?
He's hit or miss, but he's done some good stuff.
Yes, he's done stuff like, what was it, Wanted?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Mario Van Peebles directs the premiere, so I'm not expecting a lot.
Where's he been?
Who knows, man? B-movie hell or something. I don't know.
Good for him. Good for him for making it back from wherever he went.
Stewart fails to save the universe. I'm a Big Bang Theory guy.
Oh.
And this is Stewart, the comic book store owner. Where was it? He's restoring reality after he breaks a device built by Sheldon and Leonard, accidentally bringing about the multiverse and Armageddon.
Huh. I didn't actually see that.
No more multiverse.
So that sounds cool. And this one, there's no real description. It's called The Westies. And it's a crime drama centered on the rise of internal conflicts in a notorious Irish-American gang operating in New York during the 1970s. Okay. J.K. Simmons and Titus Welliver lead the cast.
I'm already won over.
Right? That's all you had to say.
Yep.
I'm like, okay. Those two are powerhouse actors. Everything they do that I've seen, I've loved. And so I can only imagine what them being an Irish-American gang operating in New York is going to be like on TV. And it's on MGM Plus, which means it's going to be quality. So I'm excited for that. And last, we've already discussed it, Lanterns.
We didn't really discuss it. Just came out.
We didn't really discuss it, no, but let's discuss it. What are you excited for at the show?
Well, I love Green Lantern, first of all. It's one of the few DC characters, like a few of them, the several Green Lanterns that I like. So, I'm not a DC person, but I was in the Green Lantern. And I don't know. I love that the approach sounds cool. An HBO style show with where they take it actually seriously. The two of them. And if it's him training Jon Stewart on a road trip, that's great. And if other Lanterns show up every other episode, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And
if they don't, what if it just stays legit? No use of the ring, nothing like that.
They will be using the ring. They will totally be using the ring. You can't have a Green Lantern show without it,
Okay, what about no crazy constructs or anything like that? What if it's just like...
I suspect that you'll see them, though, So, yeah, I think they're going to bring it. Now, is there going to be a Kilowog? Is there going to be a Guy Gardner? I mean, Guy Gardner's already been cast, and they can bring him in now. So that's, I guess, there's probably a good high likelihood that we're going to see. Is there going to be a Gnort?
What about the OANs? Like, are we going to see them?
Oh, yeah, the little dudes. Yeah, those
dudes.
I wonder what they're gonna. I wonder how much they're gonna show. But we'll see.
Are they gonna show the multispectral rings, the rainbow rings?
Also saying
like
Sinestro
or Scarlet Sapphire.
I'm sure they won't get to any of that stuff now.
If they do, it's definitely going to be the end of the season episode.
I feel like it's going to be rounded, but it is going to be tied. I mean, you can't have Green Lanterns without having cosmic shit going on. That's what they are. They're the cosmic police. So,
I wonder what murder they're investigating.
But there was a whole time where Hal Jordan was just roaming the land, solving mysteries. Using his ring and shit. So, I feel like this is going to lean in that.
That'd be a good Red Dead Redemption game.
I would love to have it good.
You're just Hal Jordan running around the galaxy solving quests and shit.
Yeah. They should make that.
I know. And give me 10%.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be pretty good. you know.
I'm a big fan, especially knowing that Garrett Dillahunt is going to be in the show. And then it's being developed by Lindelof and King. In a True Detective style, Kyle Chandler, he's Coach Tim,
He's kind of a perfect Hal Jordan,
Yeah, a perfect aged Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Like a seasoned version, yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing is like we kind of moved past the young Hal Jordan age because we have to make room for all the other Lanterns. So you kind of have to just brush past when it was just him and he was young and he was having adventures. Now it has to be like the mentor age,
Right. Yeah, I agree. Well, that's going to wrap us up. Let me go ahead and I want to go ahead and thank Dark Horizons for their list. This is the site where you can get their list. It shows you over 50 different shows that are coming out this year with their descriptions and photos and whatnot. Head on over there and give it a look. Thank them for sharing it with us. It gives us a chance to go over it. I had a fun reading over the list. I'm excited for this year in TV shows. I'm excited for this year in TV. I'm not excited to have to pay for all the streaming services I'm going to have to pay for this year. So hopefully it will be password sharing somehow. Family, hello. Not that I'll admit that live on TV.
If they let you anymore,
Right.
But I'm traveling.
I'm constantly traveling. I am a sovereign citizen. I am traveling. I am not driving.
Well, at least we'll still have our license to drive in the States.
That's right. All right, everybody. For Joey, Joel, and sorry, Justin, he was moving, so he couldn't be there with us tonight. And the Freddie. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode.